Okay. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies and gents. I wanted to take the time, y'all all know that I don't commemorate the 25th of December, but I wanted to take the time on this day because there was some time for me to be able to talk with all of you. Many of you are going through your own problems, your own issues, your own having to deal with so much, and I do feel for you. As I said before, go back, look at the videos. There is nobody else that I have been able to view that is inside a place like this and is still putting out information to help people on the outside. Just go ahead and tell me if you find one. And you all need to give that person some credit because it is not easy doing both. When they do this to somebody, this is supposed to scare people. It's supposed to intimidate them so that they don't do it again. That's like the last time, the same as this time. When they release, there will be no probation. There will be no, what is that stupid parole stuff? None of that stuff will be attached. I wasn't scared. They did not get to me. They did not stop me from doing anything that I've been doing. Go and take a look. Still doing videos. Still, no matter what they've done, still putting information out for all of you. So I'm going to give all of you a little tidbit. Some of you are having a lot of hard times, financial problems. If you own a home, if you're paying a mortgage, I'm about to become your best friend, and I don't want to dime from you in doing this. There is a law that you have been told by me in the past about, and you took the first no when you walked away. If you own a home and you've been paying property tax, you need to contact the assessor's office. You need to tell the assessor's office that your property is exempt from taxation. It is not a rental. It is your primary residence. If they even suggest that you can be taxed in your primary residence, tell them to show you the law. Uniform Commercial Code, Article 9, Section 102 and 109 specifically says that your household goods and non-consumer goods cannot be taxed. It is exempt. You guys have that law. And don't use New Hampshire. New Hampshire law 1778. Don't use that law. Just focus on the case that's being done by the New Hampshire Supreme Court and the wording of the purpose section where it talks about household goods and non-consumer goods, how they are not taxable. If you don't do the research, then you don't deserve the benefits of this. But tell them, give me back my money. Not for just this past year. I believe most states will let you go back at least 7 years. Okay? Now that's your fault because you didn't check the box that said exempt. It's on the form. Gene Elkins told you guys this. Gene Elkins repeated this to people all the time. Nobody listened to him. I've done the video. I pulled up the form even for California, showing people the form where it has the exemption box. I told all of you, if you are employed by an employer, you cannot be taxed on your labor. It is not possible. There is no law that allows them to tax you your labor. You can only be taxed on what's called gross income. That's anything over your regular income. Other than that, you cannot be taxed on it. So, those of you who are paying attention, hopefully that information benefits you. That's why I wanted to take the time to call you all today and let you know that. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to mention, but my mind's drawing a blank right now because going through all of this, some of you don't know, so I'm going to tell you. I was going to wait till later, but I'll tell you now. This particular case has been overturned. So that's why I said there won't be no probation, there won't be no parole or anything. The case was overturned in October, but they're playing the paperwork game. And so I have to wait a couple more weeks before I'm no longer here. And I do hate the games that they play, but that's what they play. I will take care of all of that later. Getting back to the arbitration, those of you who have arbitration contracts that the other party has already defaulted on, You have a contract that says that you get to apply for arbitration determination. I cannot express to all of you how much the cases that we have in court right now will prompt Congress to change the arbitration clause in Title IX U.S. codes, making it a whole lot more difficult for you to enforce and or maintain your awards. Those of you who already got awards, you're set. You don't have to worry about going back into the court and trying to get it confirmed again. Once you had your award, once you sent out the bill, you are set. You have your tax credits. You just have to be patient for our, to go through, our appeals to go through. At that point, you'll be able to effectuate getting the monies you're supposed to be getting. So we just ask that you be a little bit more patient. And I think that that's about it. Don't want to take up all of your time. I think that's about it that I wanted to explain today. So I'd like to thank all of you for paying attention for just this brief time.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Know that everything here with me is okay. When I get out, there are a couple of things that I will be doing. I put out information about helping people who are getting ready to be kicked out of their homes with notice of assignment and equitable redemption. Putting out information to help people with that. That's what SATCOM will eventually be helping people with. Right now, we've suspended services at SATCOM because we were doing the best we could to create securities. So I guess I could end this call with this information here so all of you know. Originally, individuals paid for a SAT pack and a Q pack. And when they did so, they became known as SAT pack members. Whether it was a Q pack or a SAT pack, they became known as members. There was a reason for that title. There was a reason for that. We are the Securities Acquisition Trust Commission. We were creating private securities under the Securities Exchange Act and the Trust Indenture Act. These private securities, originally the instruments had no value. So if the instruments had no value, how could we give the instruments value? Well, we had to wait. First, we had to get a government seal. We got our government seal. After we got our government seal on the document, we had to wait. Why? Because now we had to give the instrument its value. Well, we do that with the tax credits. Remember, the tax credits are automatic after 6 months of non-payment. It equates to the same thing as a charge-off. That's why my arbitrations were done first before I started doing arbitrations for anyone and before I started doing anything. My arbitrations had to be done first. Why? Because I had to demonstrate to everyone that when you do things the correct way, when you notify everybody, when you provide proof that everybody and their grandfather had received notice, no one can ever charge you with trying to defraud them. Because one of the key factors in fraud is concealment, misrepresentation of information. That's why I told all of you as a Jehovah's Witness, I will never, ever misrepresent information to you or anyone else. So, upon my release, we'll be assigning the tax credits to the different awards, not arbitration awards. Let me make that clear. We won't be assigning tax credits to arbitration awards because that's not my job. That's your awards have nothing to do with me. But to the SAT packs and the Q packs, we'll be assigning credits to each of those. And when we do, you'll be getting notice of that assignment of those tax credits, and you'll be getting the proper tax forms to go with it so that you can now either choose to allow those to back up your instrument or choose to file your taxes with that as being documented as income. And we will be taking out the taxes, the Social Security, the Medicaid, and the income taxes, so that when you receive the tax credits, you will not be liable for the taxes because we will assume the liability for the taxes. This is what we're doing. I couldn't explain that to everybody because there have been too many people out there trying to mimic and trying to think they could do what we were doing. And I didn't have time for that. So that's why we didn't give you all the details, but we did give you the details. Go ahead and look at the website. Look at what it says. especially those of you who are part of the Defrauded Homeowners of America. Whew, we didn't get the government to pay up just yet, and when we do, we'll fulfill that. But for right now, we're going to do the opposite with the tax credits. We're going to assign the tax credits to people who are part of that program. This is what we've been trying to do. Again, I haven't stopped because of this. This wasn't going to stop me from keeping my word. A man is nothing without his word. So I hope all of you will agree, kept my word, gave you my word, and I'm keeping my word. So if you need more of an explanation as to what's going on, go back and re-listen to this. I'm told the FBI is doing an investigation on me because they think that I'm misleading all of you. But how could I be when I put information like this on this video and all the other videos prior to now? Again, there's no concealment. There's no misrepresentation of information. I'm very clear when I speak. My words are not to be read into. So the information I'm giving you is the same information that's on the site. The information I'm giving you is the same information that's in the Security Exchange Act and the Trust Indentured Act. These are private securities between private members. That's why organizations are considered member benefit organizations or mutual benefit organizations. Just do a little bit of research on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. Have a Coke and a smile, and we'll talk the next time. I will speak to all of you later. Goodbye.